Hello, and welcome on into another episode of the Whiskey Crusaders. I'm Will.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm Matt.
Today we're going to be talking about Old Carter Oak and their Canadian Oak series.
Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. Matt?
All right, so this is the Old Charter Oak, Canadian Oak barrel. So Old Charter started in 1874, and it's named for this tree, which is on all these premium bottles. That is the Charter Oak tree in Connecticut, which was an early symbol of independence and freedom in America, which stood for about 700 years, and then it fell down in the storm in 1856. The original distillery was in Bardstown and was on the It was at the L&N Railroad, which is probably a good place for a distillery to obviously mass market your product. It had a few more owners. The 99 sold to Sazerac, which is, of course, Buffalo Trace is where it ended up at, which is where it's made now. Buffalo Trace then in 2003 decided bourbon normally requires new oak. Doesn't have to be American. So this is the third in the series, and they've also made a Mongolian and a French oak. So this is the Canadian oak. And the reason they have enough different oaks to go through 2030 currently that are currently aging, which is pretty cool. So interesting to see how the series progresses over the next 10 years. So it should be very interesting.
For real.
So this particular one is a 10-year, 92 proof, and it's mash bill one, the same, which is Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare. And since Canada has really cold, long winters, the oak rings are much harder oak and a really tight grain structure, which is good because you get really deep into the wood. Yeah. But it also takes a lot longer to get into the wood. So they have this big, long expression that's going to go to who knows when of different oaks. So it's the first time we're going to have one. The best thing is these things are like $70 so at retail. So let's see what we think.
That sounds like an oak that we should be using in Texas.
It would be interesting to see what would happen with that, for sure.
Smells good.
It's really tight grains.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very rich in cinnamon and
it's got a very atypical. It's got a very typical
bourbon note, but it's normally it's rich on a palate, not so much on a nose.
This actually smells
but
rich
it
on the nose.
smells rich on the nose.
Very rich.
Not super high proof either. This doesn't smell like something that's gonna smack you around.
Well, it's 92?
Yeah, 92.
Okay.
Yeah, lots of caramel, butterscotch, apple, cinnamon.
Yeah, get that apple in there.
Some mint and anise.
Vanilla, caramel, or the dominant tones in there. The wood, the oak shows up.
Yeah, it does, and it's not overbearing like a lot of the strong oaky bourbons you get.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, you get birch beer.
Yeah.
Like foamy vanilla from it. Some chocolate oranges, a little cherry, and some guava. Ooh, Himalayan pink salt. You ever use those little shot glasses of the Himalayan pink salt? A little bit of that.
I've used Himalayan pink salt just in general. And salt, yeah.
Oh, and then it has like this decadent, like a toffee with blackberries and blueberries.
Yeah, this is
nice and pretty.
Really nice.
And look at the legs on that. Look how.
Yeah.
That looks like it's going to be a nice
coating
mouthfeel.
Yeah. Oh, all right. Let's go into this. It smells wonderful. Oh.
It's very oaky on the front, but then as it goes down, it has the, your normal bourbon notes, and there's a long finish on this.
Just about to say the same thing.
There's apple on the finish, and I get a lot of cinnamon, and it's still going for me.
And to me, it was really, very thin at first. The journey started off really thin, and then very, very quickly progressed, and then the finish is what is the dominant factor of this whiskey.
Yeah. It's got that long finish. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's got a lot of butterscotch, caramel, cinnamon, so the vanillas, but it's also got like this salt and that cracked black pepper in there. And that birch beer shows up on the palate too.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that. And it almost has the tingling feeling as if you were drinking something carbonated about mid palate.
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, and if anybody doesn't know what birch beer is, it's similar to root beer, but it's made of a birch tree instead. And usually get up in the Northeast, but we had a place here called Philadelphia's and brought it in from up in Pennsylvania. It's fantastic stuff. If you have a chance to try it, it's good.
Yeah, I used to get it a lot back home.
It's also like this chocolate cherry, some orange jam. It's really buttery and oily with a little coffee and maple syrup. That's what it's that maple syrup. I think specifically which one.
And see, I was gonna go for more of like molasses type of sweetness for me.
Yeah. It's like a really thick combo, like a maple syrup and molasses.
Yeah.
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 I like the spice that it brings at the mid palate towards the finish. There's a really nice black pepper ding that hits mid palate,
and it causes that swelling too. That finished swelling.
I just put in a drop of water.
Wow, it's good.
I'm getting more fruit on the nose than I was without the drop of water. I feel like a lot more of the fruit elements kind of got brought out. Yeah, mango, papaya, kind of notes.
I might have to do that real quick because that sounds delicious. Water.
I feel like it unlocks some things.
Yeah, but it takes away the finish some. It takes away that swelling finish that I like a lot.
Yes, but it unlocked a lot of the flavors
mid palate
before that swelling happened. Interesting.
I could find a happy median
right
between those two.
Yeah,
that would be perfect.
Really sugary fruits.
Really sugary fruits. You said.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It does soften it up a bit and take away, you said, the finish. Yeah.
Yeah, if I could find a happy median between those, like with the drops of water and without, where I still get that finish swelling that I like so much, it would be perfect.
This would stand up to an ice cube.
It would. It definitely would stand up to an ice cube.
Like it feels like it would stand up to an ice cube.
I think it would.
Yeah, the goal now is to get a hold of the French oak and the Mongolian oak because this was really good because I didn't know what to expect from this. This is freaking awesome. So, this is a great job. I'm glad they thought of this experiment back in, 03 is when they started thinking about this. So this is a great idea. I'm really enjoying this. So please do more cool things like this, Buffalo Trace. Except for can you avail to everyone? That'd be great.
That's the key.
We wouldn't want that.
No, this is good. I like it a lot. I'd like to sit and explore more with this and let it open up more.
I would too.
Where are you at?
Is it worth the price point?
Where are you at the bottle when you poured this for us? Like, how open has it gotten?
It's been open for probably like a month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, I shared samples around.
I'd like to let it sit and open in my glass a little bit, see how it evolves in my glass.
It's getting fruitier and fruitier to me on the nose.
Yeah. So, I mean, this seems like it's going to have a lot to go further into.
Price points at $70. Would you pay it?
I think I would.
Yeah, for the rarity and that it's good. And I think that's a fair price for, an interesting product that's rare to get. So.
It's different. I mean, you're not going to find that everywhere. So I think I would definitely pay that based off of tasting it as well. I don't know if I would if I hadn't tasted it first.
Yeah, it was a leap of faith.
Now I would definitely want to taste the others. So I would probably pay that price point if the others are the same price point.
Yeah, I agree. So
to get them.
To try them.
Yeah. Because they did a really good job with this one.
Yep, definitely.
I agree.
All right then.
Of course, I haven't really been disappointed much by
the Buffalo Trace
products overall. I mean,
True.
They've done a pretty stellar job of keeping the product pretty consistent. And, Yeah.
All right. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and click that notification bell. And until next time,
keep on crusading for better whiskey in your glass.
Cheers. It's pretty well. I like that.